if you're there.
It is unlikely that the world will ever be. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. It is unlikely that the world will ever be free of disease. Most diseases are caused by very prolific microorganisms whose response to the pressures medicines exert on them is predictable. They quickly evolve immunities to those medicines while maintaining their power to infect and even kill humans.
Excellent. And what did you have at the conclusion?
The first line, it is unlikely that the world will ever be free of disease.
Yes. Okay. So if I were going to, did everyone get that conclusion? That first sentence there? Okay. So we're saying it is unlikely that the world will ever be free of disease. And I read that and I'm like, well, why? How do we know that? There's like, that sounds like a very strong claim. And then we go on to say most. So more than half of 50% of diseases are caused by very prolific microorganisms whose response to the pressures medicines exert on them is predictable. Okay. So I was going to sum the sentence and really digest this for what it's saying. It's saying that a majority of the diseases are caused by these microorganisms whose responses to medicines are predictable. Okay, but they quickly, so these microorganisms quickly evolve immunities to these medicines while maintaining their power to infect and even kill humans. Okay, so it's that whole thing there is explaining to us why we won't ever be free of diseases. So, Kamani, in your own words, real quickly, why won't we ever be free of diseases?
Because the microorganisms, when they get the medicine, it's predictable and they'll quickly evolve.
Yeah, evolution, right? Like we'll never get to be ahead of it. This makes sense to me when I'm thinking about it. It's like as soon as we come up with a medicine, yeah, it's like, okay, cool, it's going to work for this season, but next season they're going to evolve and be, coming back even more dangerous. Excellent. All right, so then this one we have, which of the following so roles played by the claim that is, so it's our first sentence, right? So it's our conclusion. So did everybody pretty easily cross off C and D? Excellent, great job. I was hoping that it would have been just like one. I like when it's like it's the conclusion. There's only one answer choice, and you're like, yes, moving on. But this one bogged us down with 3. So it is a conclusion. So up to this point, I like it. That is claimed to follow from the premise that microorganisms are too numerous for medicines to eliminate entirely. Do we ever say that microorganisms are too numerous for medicines to eliminate entirely? Is that ever said? No. So this, remember, top down, we want very mild answer choices. And it's not that microorganisms are too numerous. It's that they evolve, right? It's not the amount of them necessarily. So it's not B. I mean, sorry, not A. All right, and I want everybody, a lot of people said B and a lot of people said E. So I want everyone to take 30 seconds and either reaffirm your answer, because a lot of you got it right, or change your answer. And I'm going to ask, we're going to go over why the wrong answer is wrong. So look at B and E and re-put your answer in the chat. Oh man, we have a lot of people miss it. Okay. Oh, excellent. Someone just told me they're changing it to the right answer. Way to go. Okay. So our correct answer is going to be B. Oh, Kamani, I can see Kamani's faces in the middle and I can always see her response. Okay. So why is E wrong? It is a conclusion that is claimed to follow from the premise. So up to this point, I love this answer. Up to this point, it's right. But here's where it goes wrong. That most microorganisms are immune to medicines designed to kill them. Are these microorganisms immune to the medicines? What does immune mean? Immune means you're not phased. Are these microorganisms never phased by the medicines?
No, they only become unfazed once they come into contact with the medicine.
Excellent. They have to evolve first, right? And they're going to come back stronger, and the medicine's no longer going to work. But it's not always. All right, so then B is saying it is a conclusion for which a description, I like this part, a description of responses of microorganisms to medicine. So it's it explains how the microorganisms respond to the medicine that is trying to cure the disease. Do we see why B is correct? Because that's what we do, right? We explain why are we never going to be free of diseases? Because this is how the microorganisms respond to these medicines, right? They work for a little bit, but then they evolve and they come back stronger or in a different way. Yay, nay.
What's the second part, like offered as support? Is that just saying the like that?
It's offered as support. Yeah, it's this.
Okay.
Yeah, this description is offered as support.
So okay.
They love to break it up and add it all wordy like that.